Yes, Gert, how this will work is we'll let the guys in the room ask some questions, and then we'll have the guys on Zoom as well, give them a chance. We've got the weird Vodacom Bulls coach, Gert Smal, for your questions. Nathan.
Coach, please provide us with a brief review of today's performance.
So again, sorry, go on.
Oh, sorry. Please provide us with a brief review of today's performance.
I think we had a good first half. I think we really played well in the first half. That's kind of tempo that one wants to see. We're good in the set piece today, and then also in our mauls. It's things that we're working on quite hard behind the scenes. And I mean, it's always one of the things that we want to see in South African rugby, that those are always one of our strengths. But we always wanted to play a little bit more expansive. By the second half, I think that last 20 minutes, we could have maybe played a little bit better and be a little bit more disciplined, because that took away a little bit of our momentum. But yeah, overall, I'm quite happy with the 5 points and the tries, and a lot of things still to work on, especially with the youngsters. We wanted to give a couple of youngsters in the beginning some opportunities and see how they fare against at the K Cup, because there were 4 guys first caps. So and all in all, I'm very happy.
Then sticking on the youngsters, the young Hendrik Wessels played hooker last week. This week is at USET Prop. Where are you planning to utilize him moving forward?
Yeah, I'm only 2 weeks now with the Bulls and working with him, say 2.5 weeks. So it's early to say, you know. So I think Jake sees him in both positions at the moment, but he will make a decision at the end. So I also want to see maybe a little bit more of him. I think he's very explosive, and he can do both very well. So, you know, both positions very well. But that will come with time. First, I want to see, you know, how he developed, especially with his throw.
And the last question: you left the beloved blue and white groups. Then obviously went on to the Bulls. Just explain to us quickly, briefly. Obviously you coached with Jake White in the past of the Springboks, but just explain to us the kind of relationship you have with Jake.
Yeah, we come a long way, and I think he understands me. I understand him. He doesn't have to look over his shoulder, because he knows, you know, he can back on me. I think that's what you expect from your assistants in those days, but he knows exactly where I'm coming from. But yeah, it's nice to be back with him, and a couple of nice young coaches as well, which I want to share my experiences with. And also some Western Province coaches like Russell Winter, that was here for a couple of years, and then also Chris Rousseau. So it's really a nice bunch of coaching group on both sides. So we stimulate each other quite well, and I think we can put something together, something special together quite nicely.
Just an injury update. We saw Kyle Brink off. Is there any details about his injury?
Yeah, he sits with a hamstring, so we'll just see how bad it is. It's too early to say.
Kevin.
Gert, I mean, I know you coached against Province with Border many years ago, but you played, and you also played for Western Transvaal a long time ago, in the 1980s. But was it a weird feeling to sort of be in opposition to Province again? I mean, after so many years, I mean, mostly all your playing career really was Scout, and most of your coaching career.
Yeah, I think when I made the decision initially, you know, it was a bit of an emotional one, you know. So, but then it's a professional game. I've been in different countries coaching against South Africa as well. So as you go where the opportunities are, and there's nothing in Cape Town, and that's opportunity that came up, and I'm glad for it. And it's a nice new challenge, you know, especially now with the two. There's actually 2 teams, but it's just one group. And just to get everybody on the same page and see that everybody's well prepared for a Saturday game, Wednesday game, Saturday game. Well, it's a different kind of dynamics, which is quite stimulating.
You mentioned the youngsters in the team, but also you had some real veterans in the side that obviously steer the team. And do you think that played a massive role at the start of the game towards halftime?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, so I think in South Africa we lose a lot of our senior players, and if I say senior players, is our experience and also leadership. And it's nice to have the older guys coming back and share that with the youngsters. And hopefully we'll see it a little bit more in the future as well. But that mix of experience and youth is quite nice, you know. So I think before they came, it was really difficult with young teams all the time. And you know, hopefully, and I hope that, you know, we can get the crowds back as well at the same time, and get a little bit more income, gate income and so on, so that we can start building the provinces, because that's what's happening in the URC and in other countries. So we need the money to keep our top players here and or bring them back. But I always like the sort of combination of youth and experience, and hopefully we can just become better in the future.
You're, I think, based on what you did as a player and as a coach, I mean, you're a legend of Western Province rugby, and I think it's a common sort of, I don't know, did not feel that way, but you weren't treated well towards the end of your career here. Does this victory in that context, is it better for you? Do you feel personal about it, or are you just philosophical about it?
No, not really. I mean, for me, important is, I mean, it's not a case of they didn't treat me well. It's purely is what happened to the union at the time. And I was just very disappointed of how it was managed, and that's how one of the reasons why I left. You know, so it's sad to see that it went down so badly, but at least it seems like, you know, there's now a point of return. So we'll have to see now how they put it together, because that's also going to be the next different challenge.
Kevin.
Gert, you just reminded me just now of your extensive experience in Ireland. Are the Bulls going to use you to, because obviously the Irish are the main opposition to South Africa in the US. Are the Bulls using you in sort of the capacity to help them with that, or was it just Curry Cup that you're busy with?
No, it's just Curry Cup, but obviously through my experience, one would like to see that, you know, whatever IP I have in terms of international experience, just share it with them. And I mean, so even in Japan, I really enjoyed the coaching there with Steve Hansen and Simon Cron. And it gave me a great opportunity also to see how they think about the game. And I think we can also do something but better here in South Africa. But yeah, that's the sort of experience you have, and you want to share it with coaches, especially young coaches. I'm still, you know, friendly with a lot of coaches down here as well, you know, like Rito and Shimmy. So whenever we get the opportunity and can catch up for a cup of coffee, you know, it's always nice to chat rugby to them.
The first half was impressive. Do you think there's some of the players that have played themselves into contention for starting with on Saturday? And then, in second question, do you think there's enough time for a player if he makes the team on Saturday, enough rest time, having played tonight? And we've played all this night, and Mornay and Marcel will play into the second year. And I think there's enough time to recover Saturday.
Yeah, fortunately, the structures are quite similar, so they know exactly calls and stuff. So it's not a case of it's a new team that they have to get used to certain things, so like calls and moves and whatever. But that's how I say it's so stimulating, because you have to be tactically also good, because what you show maybe now tonight is going to be maybe different from what's going to be on Saturday. So that's fine. That's what I actually find really sort of stimulating. But in terms of the players, that's Jake's call. Players will be well managed now over the next couple of days. But if they need to play, they can easily fit in.
Does it not have any psychological effect on what might happen on Saturday? Is this something that could be of help to the Bulls?
No, I don't really think so. I think it's a different game, and it's a different approach, and it's different coaches. So they will, in their way, prepare the team that they think will be good enough to beat the opposition they're going to play against. But it's got a nice and different dynamics.
Cool. Happy, guys. Well, good. Right. I see Bulls correspondent Ashfaq Mohammed has got his hand up. Ashfaq.
Thanks, Mikey. Live from Cape Town. I had we spoke after the Pumas game about the tempo that you wanted to see, and you felt the rain affected that in the Pumas game. Obviously, better conditions tonight. Do you think that was the main difference, that we saw that tempo, attacking, ball in hand style of play?
Absolutely. At first off, that's what we want to see, because in a certain way, the whole group is not just a Currie Cup group, but it's also a URC group, and so those are the challenges for whoever wants to play URC rugby. So we try to get the players to not think Currie Cup level, but that they're ready to start playing for URC. So that's a very nice motivation for them. And what makes it nice having the two competitions is there's a lot of opportunities for players, and it's really up to them, how far they can push themselves and how far they want to go with their careers.
And just a word, Gert, on the man of the match, Simpiwe Matanzima. You a forwards coach for many years, and he's had injury issues in the past, but a very dominant performance in scrums and in the loose.
Yeah, I'm so glad for him. Again, I saw him a couple of years ago, and I know that he has a lot of potential. I think he had a couple of injuries as well. I'm speaking on the corrections, but I think he's got a lot of potential, and his ball carries are really one of his strengths. So, but nice to have him in the team, and hopefully he's just going to become better.
Cool. Are there any other questions, guys?
Yes, thanks, Michael.
Ken, yeah, go for it.
Yeah, thanks. Hi, Gert, well done.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, it seems a bit wrong to say bigger picture when there's just been a Bulls Western Province Currie Cup match, but that's the way it is. Bigger picture though, and just following on from Ashfaq's two questions, the Bulls must be really pleased that a number of players tonight really stood up and put in some really good individual performances to, as you say, show that they're ready to play at URC level.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what you want in your squad, that there's competition for places, and I think it just lifts everybody's standards, and we'll keep on doing that, and hopefully the team will become better eventually.
Cool, Ken. Is that it? You happy? Nice one. Thanks so much, everyone. Thanks, Gert.
Thank you.
Okay.
Appreciate
Thanks,
it.
guys.
Cheers.
Thanks.